Yeah.
Yeah.
Vaishali, there's actually a difference in seeing an independent women. What happens is I found this point interesting. One of my friend is an artist. So through art, monetizing art is a different way. It's not just like you are a management student, you work in a corporate office. You need time to make money on that, mint money on that. So what advice do you like to give to young girls who aspire to become artists of any form?
That's a good question. I think there's the initial, there's the typical thing where you can have art, you can create your art, you can paint on canvas, and you can find buyers, right? Or if you're a dancer, you can create dance shows. Drama, you can do a theater performance, right? Then there's like, you can take that, and you can, depends what your sense of purpose is, right? Like if your purpose is to help people and you want to make a difference, then that art, that dance, that drama, the creative writing, music can be a modality to make that difference. So you could have art workshops. You could have, like I did a couple of workshops in London where I had art, dance, drama, meditation, creative writing workshops. And I took these women on a journey where it's like, okay, I want you to draw. One of the workshops was just draw whatever comes to you. And so the women would draw, right? And then I'd ask them questions. Like, what have you drawn here? Like, why are you on a boat outside your house, sailing away when you're talking about you want to be married and you want to stay with your family, but you're on a boat sailing away? What's going on in your life, right? So you could use the art as a way of, as a therapy, right? Like, okay, let's see what's really going on with you. You can use dance as a form of, there's an amazing charity in India called Kolkata Sanved. It uses dance movement therapy to help women who have been in the red light district, who have dealt with domestic violence, to empower themselves, take them through the trauma process, a 6-month program to empower themselves. And it's wonderful, to help them connect with their body again.
True.
So you can use
I think
it as a form.
we need more of such sort of programs everywhere in India.
Yeah.
Because women need to identify what they exactly want from their life.
Totally.
And why is it that when a person, I don't mean to specify women, but when a person, man or a girl, tries to follow his or her own path, they're always like pointed out. I think I've asked you this question yesterday.
It's interesting because following your own path, if it's the same as everybody else, that's fine, right? You're not a threat to anyone because it's the same. So there's a very herd, if you heard of herd mentality, it's like everybody in the group if everyone's the same, it's okay. We're all going together. But if you're in a group where everyone wants to stay together, but you're like, actually, I want to do something different. Then there's this, like when I was younger, my group of friends were quite traditional Indian people. And they stuck together in a safe group. And I grew up in a family where I had family in America who were doing like different things. They were traveling. So I got exposure to their life. So I was always like, I want to travel. I want to do this. And my group of friends found it very odd that I wouldn't stay just with them when we go out. I'd like to go and talk to different people. And I had to deal with things like, them calling me names or them pushing me out because I wasn't like them. And so a lot of the times when you follow your own path, your circle of friends, the circle you hang out with is so important. You want people that are going to be your tribe, are people who are going to empower you. who think the same as you, and sometimes they may not think the same of you,
Exactly.
same as you, but they still empower you to follow your dreams. You know, not that, and it's hard because sometimes I think within the Indian mentality there is this thing about staying safe, and there's safety in group.
Yes.
And if you do something different, there's a fear of, oh no, be careful, it's different. It might go wrong. It might not work out. Um, you don't know what you're doing. You know, you have to do engineering or science or business. This is known to be successful. What you're doing, how can you make money in that? Like you know,
Exactly. Exactly.
so your dreams are killed even before you start, even before you've explored how you can make money, before you've even explored entrepreneurship, before you've explored collaboration with other people, even before you've explored creating a goal so bigger than you that excites you of how you're gonna accomplish that. Your dreams are killed by the people around you, right? So sometimes it's really hard to break out of that cycle, especially as a woman, because as a woman there's extra pressure to there's extra like definitions of what a woman is. Like
Exactly.
right, like you're not a mom already, you're not married. Hi, you know, like you know, like why do you want to study that? Well, you're going to be married soon. You're going to be so.
Why is
There's
your hair
those.
like that? Why are your
Yeah,
glasses like that?
yeah.
I get those questions a lot.
You're too fat or you're too thin. You know, like just you don't know how to cook. There's so many stereotypes and pressures for women. So then to kind of go, no, I want to be a sumo wrestler. You know, it's like it's double as hard, I think, for women than it is for men to follow those kind of passions of going for careers that aren't even normal. And it
Exactly.
makes me so proud when I see women in Indian women in Olympics, you know,
Mm.
or look at Priyanka Chopra, she's in Hollywood. She's breaking stereotypes, you know, like that.
Exactly.
And it
I
takes
just
something.
I just wonder about the amount of self-belief she had in herself to reach to that point she is now.
When you watch
Imagine
her
how many,
interviews, when you
yeah.
watch her interviews, that's what she comes from a very, I don't think it was her family, but in her school she was bullied and things like that. And then she just decided, I'm going to have this belief in myself.
Mm.
And then she just, look at her. Look at where she is. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And then to break through into Hollywood as an Indian actress, it's very unheard of. She's broken
Yeah,
stereotypes.
true.
And I think we
Mm.
should, as Indian women, take a lot of strength and inspiration from that. Because when I grew up in England, you only had men as inspiration. I only grew up with males as inspiration. And then it was
Mm.
white women. And then it was black women. Because
Mm.
Indian women wasn't a big thing until now. Now I'm like, oh look, Priyanka Chopra's in Hollywood. Look what she's doing. She's making a difference to young girls as well around the world. This is incredible.
Exactly.
She's an ambassador for the UN. It's not just Angelina Jolie. You don't just hear about her anymore. So, you know, like
Exactly.
the more we step up and follow our dreams, the more self-belief we
Mm-hmm.
create in ourselves, the more we'll inspire
Exactly.
other women to do the same. You know, and it does. When I did my
Exactly.
TEDx talk, it was
Exactly.
very scary for me to do my
Mm-hmm.
TEDx talk because I had to give up. Oh my God, I'm going to go on screen and I'm going to talk about what happened to me as a child. And then I'm going to talk about like trauma, abuse. And my family is going to see this. My people that like 1 million people in the world are going to see this because this is going to go on YouTube. How do I feel? I had a lot of anxiety before this. And I think what had me pushed through, and that was my sense of purpose, which is I want to make a difference to